Harmony Project is an attempt to bring to the lives of kids and teachers, especially in underserved schools, the benefit of the arts as an integrating force. It is a project to help teachers and students in underserved schools make their learning more powerful and more enjoyable through integrating the arts into the entire curriculum.
It's giving kids the opportunity to experience the arts right in their classroom as a part of their core instruction. It's matching real artists, working artists with classroom teachers to build units together so that kids get the opportunity to learn their content through the arts.
We might have a jazz singer with a geometry teacher, or we might have a dancer who is in a science class, or we might have a visual artist in a social studies class. The combinations, each one of them in our history has been unique.
My first assignment with them, I was in the reading hour of a second grade class, and so I used rhythm and music to help them to understand the words in a different way. The stories they were already reading, I would teach them to read them in rhythm. We'd make up stories and turn them into song.
In second grade last year, we were learning about the solar system. And so instead of just memorizing the planets, we had an African drummer come in and teach us a song that he had written so we could remember the planets in order and also characteristics of them. Then we built djembe drums, and the kids got to perform it to their parents. It was really cool. We had put together a pre-test for the students about the different planets and whatever else that we're doing content-wise, and gave that same test as a post-test. And there wasn't one student, even students who couldn't read and write correctly, that didn't dramatically increase their scores from that first time.
When I was the principal of an elementary school, we partnered with the Harmony Project, and it was a school with very, very at-risk kids. We had 95% of our kids qualified for free reduced lunch. Kids who, for the most part, had pretty limited experiences in their little corner of the city. And the Harmony Project brought in a dance teacher into a third grade classroom. And they worked on dances about the weather. And it happened to be that year's state test writing prompt was a question that asked kids about their favorite season and what they liked to do. And because of this experience with the Harmony Project, one of our students was able to write this descriptive essay about all of the winter sports that she loved to do: skiing and ice skating and snowboarding, experiences that she had only experienced through the Harmony Project. This is a kid who had never actually been to the mountains of Colorado, but had that experience through this project. One of the best parts of the Harmony Project are the demonstrations of learning, when at the end of a unit, students are going to display whatever it is that they've learned, either through an art exhibit, through a dance, through music, where parents come in, see the work that the kids have engaged in, understand the intended outcomes of the learning, the standards, but also get to see very concretely how kids own the learning through the artistic expressions that they use.
You have these little units that are building on each other and building and building, and then it culminates into one amazing project at the end. So when they demonstrate their learning, not only are they showing the community and parents and teachers what they've learned, but they're actually getting to see an end result. So for these young kids to see what everything their hard work has done and that it paid off, it makes them be able to see the longevity of other goals. Like, well, if I could do this, maybe if I wait a little bit longer, I can make this goal, and then a little bit longer, I can make this goal. And then going to college for someone who's 8 years old doesn't seem so far away.
It is first and foremost a way to give an integrated arts experience to students. But because of the emphasis on the relationship between artists and teachers, it actually is professional development for our teachers as well. And it's professional development in a way that feels very natural, intuitive, creative. It actually is learning to get better at teaching through the experience of teaching with an artist.
We had one teacher who said along this line that he was sort of reluctant to go be by himself in the classroom after the Harmony artists left. They really do indeed learn from each other, which is one of our plans.
By the end of the Colorado Harmony Project segment, that teacher had started bringing her guitar to class. By the end, she was literally taking up where I had left off. It was wonderful to see.
It enables the teachers to rediscover the creativity they had within them when they began to teach. And you can just see them start to come alive. And if they do, the kids do too.
What we are doing is helping these children, especially disadvantaged children, learn to use their minds in completely different ways so that all of learning is opened up to them. So if they're kids who are not learning in the way that it's being presented to them in standard curriculum, this can open up their brains so they can learn standard curriculum in a different way.
It's night and day between what these kids are able to do. The way the kids engage, there's no way I could have done that by myself. It was really amazing to have them grab these kids who are otherwise unengaged, and most of them significantly below grade level, and just on a day-to-day basis would check out. But because these artists would come in and present the information in a totally different way, they latched on, and you just saw their progress soar. It was amazing.
Kids are more than numbers. That there's more to learning than the 3 R's. The way we can support kids is by helping them be creative, critical thinkers, and that's what the Harmony Project's about.
What we try to do with the Harmony Project is empower the teachers, the artists, and the kids to have a great learning experience.
The Harmony Project needs to exist. It needs to be able to be passed on and expanded to reach these kids and give them possibilities.
There isn't a student or a teacher who wouldn't benefit from having this larger canvas on which to behave, to bring out more of who we are. Everybody deserves to have that chance.